What do we have here?
Welcome to the Cadillac Club.
Say what?
The Cadillac Club.
What you talking about, Willis?
What's really going on?
It's all about the HOA happenings inside a gated community in Las Vegas. The facts, whispers, and venom of it all are right here. Here they are, Amanda Chalai and Rhonda Settles.
Hey, Amanda.
Rhonda, what's up?
What's happening?
Not much.
Well, I think today there are a few things that we should talk about regarding the election.
It's time for
Random Ramblings.
That's odd.
an irregular
Chitter chatter.
tete-a-tete.
Okay.
One of the most important ones being both of us getting onto the board.
Because one person cannot make a difference all on their own.
Yes, and we have been down this road a few times. The same people have been in their positions, literally. And when the majority of the community was on the same page and the exact same issues are on the docket today.
So why do you think that nothing has changed except that the grass was ripped out, the trees were cut down, the HOA fees were increased without an increase in services? Those are the kinds of things that I think we really need to look at and turn around and come up with a plan to fix them. Not talk about it, do it.
Exactly. If you want lasting change, you've got to go deep to make it. And we've sat here with this regime, 8 years.
So your voice matters, your vote counts, and if we have 2 new directors, things will change.
Absolutely.
So do you want to help out and let them know some of our positions and our special interests?
Absolutely. One of the main issues we have is we just want not only budget transparency, but we want simplicity. We want for just the layman to be able to look at the budget and determine where the monies are going almost at a glance.
The financials are definitely very convoluted. We have them sitting here. I think they were 50 or 60 pages long. Open the checkbook.
Open the checkbook.
Open the checkbook.
Another issue that several people have brought to my attention is the enforcement of the CC&Rs. The CC&Rs we have they're not being enforced fairly. That's as a complaint.
So you're saying that they're not being equitably applied to the residents in the community.
Now, that is a complaint that I have heard time and time again from many different people.
Okay. We'll have to get community input on that.
I absolutely agree. Another issue is the improving the entry access control. I think it was a great first step in getting the brand new call box.
Right. But the remotes still work citywide. If you got one, it works.
Come on in. So that was a first step.
But there's no date. There's no timeline for moving on to the codes on the cars.
No, and that is definitely something that we need. That would help with the access, because in order to get one of those on your car has to be registered as either an owner or a renter in order to even come into the gates.
So we need a timeline on that.
I would love to have a timeline on that.
A soon timeline.
Exactly. Another big problem that people have, and they share this quite a bit, is the actual landscaping.
We just had a conversation with a neighbor for about an hour
Yeah.
talking about the landscaping.
Yes, we did.
And she's an old resident. So she was here for the Green Desert Shores Record Club.
We all understand that we're not going to get the green back, even though it was so luscious and beautiful. However, it just doesn't seem like,
Is a priority.
yeah, that, I mean, nothing else is being investigated. There are things on the market that would qualify as far as drought tolerant, luscious ground cover, beauty, a great, aesthetic. And it doesn't appear that these things are being investigated.
Well, they did have that one person come to one meeting and say they tried several different things and they all died due to the heat. Now, that's where the conversation died also.
I wasn't even aware of that. Only just by you saying it. What was tested?
The landscaper came, I think it was at the November meeting or the October meeting, and talked about everything that they had planted that had died.
And how did we handle that? How did we handle that budget-wise? Or
Thank you for coming and giving us an update.
okay, here's a good one. The gym equipment.
People are asking me, I thought this was funny, how often does that guy come? Because now people are noticing the dumbbell car parked in front and they're starting to ask questions.
Mm-hmm. And I've had many people ask me the same thing, just not about how often does the guy come, but just about the gym equipment in general. Like literally. Now, I don't even go to this gym because it's just too broken down. But I have had, people that work out all the time and they want to, if we have a gym, then it should be a gym that people can use the equipment in. But that's a complaint. It's literally always broken down. And you have witnessed that yourself.
I have, but I also noticed that is not a priority for them. The current board has no interest in even discussing it beyond paying $105 a month to the dumbbell guy.
Well, if that's the case, then he should just be coming out every day to make sure that the equipment is working. And didn't you look up some of the gym equipment? And for the same price that we're paying for him to come out however many times a month, you could literally get new gym equipment and pay the same amount. Is that right?
You can get an all-in-one gym that will do all different body parts for $4,000.
Wow.
So you could actually probably sell what we have and put the money towards a new equipment, plus have a warranty.
Right.
Plus, it wouldn't cost $105 a month for him to come and look at 2 treadmills, an elliptical, and a bike.
Right.
We'd have to cut that down to $50 a month.
Well, once...
Plus, the last meeting they said that he was coming and they had to approve a new motor in the treadmill. So that $105 doesn't really include much because they're still paying extra on top of that.
When something does break.
Correct.
Okay, we're down to this one. Unlock the sale club.
So I guess for me, what I don't understand, and maybe this is something we need to investigate, why is the sale club treated differently than the clubhouse? Why are they just not both fobbed, cameraed up? They both have kitchens in them. The sale club has horrible furniture that looks, again, Walmart. Plastic tables, and some leftover furniture that I'm not really sure of, but why are we protecting the sale club from the residents, but certain people are allowed to use it, while others are, again, the CC&Rs, we go back to the same thing, it is not being equitably applied.
Well, that's something that we have still not been able to get to the bottom of, and it is a question that I've had for years. Since our HOA fees are just so high, and for us not to, as owners, for us not to be able to have access
Without payment.
Yeah, without payment, it doesn't make any sense. So, we would definitely be able to come up with some sort of program that would allow the owners to access. You know, there is a community that is on, I'll just give this cross streets of it, Alta and Rampart, where they have similar amenities, actually, and they have it would be like our sail club, where people go in and out during the day. I can't remember exactly what they have in there, but it's, it's for the people that live there, and you can chill in there. You can get on your computer. There's a TV in there. There might be some sort of a game thing, but
That's a good idea. But it would be nice to make the sail club into a cafe type
like
thing.
a lounge.
Yeah.
So that would be more of the sort of programs I think that we would investigate.
Yes.
And figure out a way where we could actually enjoy the amenities.
True.
What's next on our list?
So we have our positions. So $500,000. I can do a lot with $500,000. I can squeeze a penny out of a penny.
I know you can.
So some of our positions are going to be to provide a safe, clean, quiet, beautifully landscaped community, but we have to stay within that $500,000 budget. We cannot keep tasking people and saying $50 more for you, 30 for you, 20 for you. It has gone up every single year, while other stuff has declined, because it appears that the fees are going up, but the maintenance is declining.
Right. And when I look at something like this, Amanda, and this is, in my own personal experience, when you have a budget to stick to, you need to get things done within that budget, and you cannot compromise. You can't compromise the work. You still want to be able to maximize the goods and services while minimizing expenses.
Absolutely.
That is just not something that's difficult to do. And that's for me. I know how to negotiate a deal. I know how to get the most out of a dollar. And because people want the deal, they want the job. And you can't be afraid to
Absolutely.
say, nope, that's not going to work for us.
Exactly. We are in the power position.
Yes.
But for some reason, currently, the position of power has been handed off to the vendors.
Exactly.
That's not how it works.
No, we have that. I have a problem with that. What's next?
The landscaping enhancements, so cleaning up of the exposed area, we have to do something about the erosion on the townhouse side. There's big gaps between sidewalks and the rocks and dirt. Replace the missing ground cover. I know you have a few ideas with some fresh material that you would like to see put in. And then
the adopt a tree policy that ensures that when a tree is removed, a new one will be planted.
I think that's a great idea.
We need
Oxygen.
our trees. Say that one more time.
Oxygen. We need to clean the air. Transpiration, evaporation, condensation. We need it, and we need ground cover to support the trees also to keep the moisture in.
I mean, it just looks thirsty.
Thirsty. That's a good one.
It really does. The whole community looks thirsty, and it gives it a run down appearance. I mean, is that my imagination?
Some spots are pretty bad. Some spots are well taken care of, but we need to equitably apply the landscaping.
Yes, I agree with that. And another big issue that many people have is the actual front entrance.
Right.
Our entrance should be a grand entrance, and we should not have to be replanting things season after season.
No, we need plants that come back season after season, but that bloom at different times of the year. They're staggered, spring, winter, summer, fall, because and they fill in, so that we're not constantly replanting peonies, I think, are out there,
I don't know. I'm not a green thumb person, but I know what looks good, and I've tried different things at another property. You know that, and I know that you can get gorgeous things on a great budget, and not having people come in there and tell you, oh, we have to redo this and we're going to do this and that and spend thousands upon thousands of dollars.
Well, if you walked up the walkway, you'd see giant patches of just dirt and some sprigs planted here and there. So we really need to fill that in also with some greenery.
And that should be filled in, definitely. That's the walk. You're talking about the walking path, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. So again, we would love to have the community input. We would like to create a little mini tree forest, and we have so many people in the community that we've talked to with such great ideas. A lot of them with landscaping. A lot of them have been on landscaping committees. So we want to explore new and creative ways of improving security, increasing the greenery, cleaning up the community with the community. We do not want to tell you what to do, but we want to work with you and make this the community that is going to maintain its property values.
Yeah, I agree. I would also like to talk about somebody said to me, they asked the question, well, is there crime in Desert Shores that I don't know about? And I was like, well, I guess that's subjective. Mm-hmm. Maybe we're more plugged into what's happening in Desert Shores and the surrounding areas than other people. And then it certainly has increased even since obviously since the 90s, but I mean, specifically within the past few years, there is a lot of crime happening in Desert Shores. Mm-hmm. And I mean, we never used to have car theft. Crime was here, but not to this extent. There's a stolen car or two or three every single day. There's
where do you find out about that? I don't follow any.
You can go to there's 3 or 4 different crime apps that you can go to, and it's the people. It's mm-hmm. not an agency that's reporting the crime, although you can go and get the Metro does the crime stuff, but on a daily basis in real time there are residents that are reporting things that are happening in their own homes, in their own neighborhoods. And if you drive outside of Desert Shores, literally, you can see things happening that have never happened I have never seen the area look like it looks now. Whenever there was any kind of graffiti, you would see the graffiti at 9 a.m. and if you came back at 11 a.m. it was gone. Wow. I mean, there's graffiti everywhere. There are people putting up like pop-up tents and just cooking and selling food with no license, no nothing, and no one is doing anything about it. That is lawlessness.
That is the name of the game right now, unfortunately.
So
go to our website and check out our platform. Look on Facebook for some of the postings that have been made regarding our platform. And you are always welcome to stop by, text any one of us.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you.
See ya.